In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on February 22, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Orlando Magic versus Cleveland Cavaliers. The impending clash between the Orlando Magic and the Cleveland Cavaliers marks the resurgence of NBA regular season action, slated for Thursday. This highly anticipated matchup features the Orlando Magic, currently positioned 8th in the Eastern Conference with a record of 30 wins and 25 losses, against the Cleveland Cavaliers, occupying the 2nd spot in the East with an impressive record of 36 wins and 17 losses. Following the All-Star break, both teams are set to resume play, with key players like Paolo Banchero for Orlando and Donovan Mitchell for Cleveland having participated in the All-Star game. This encounter marks the 4th and final meeting between the two teams this season, with the Cavaliers currently holding a 2-1 lead in the series. The Orlando Magic entered the All-Star break riding a wave of momentum, having secured victories in 6 of their last 8 games. Notably, their most recent triumph was a commanding 118-100 home win over the New York Knicks. Paolo Banchero delivered a stellar performance, leading the team with 36 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists on an impressive 1-5 of 2-0 shooting. The Magic's collective effort saw them shoot a scorching 63% from the field and 12 of 26 from beyond the arc. Their dominance was most evident in the second quarter, where they outscored the opposition 38-19, erasing an early 12-point deficit and ultimately securing a convincing win. In contrast, the Cleveland Cavaliers have emerged as one of the hottest teams in the league, triumphing in 18 of their last 20 games. Their resilience was on full display in their last game before the All-Star break, where they secured a hard-fought 108-105 victory over the Chicago Bulls. Donovan Mitchell spearheaded the Cavaliers' effort with 30 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. Despite trailing by 17 points in the first quarter, Cleveland staged a remarkable comeback, exploding for 37 points in the fourth quarter to clinch the win. The team's collective shooting performance stood at 48% from the field and 12 of 37 from beyond the arc. Despite Orlando's remarkable success against the spread this season, being the league leader with a 65.5% success rate, they face a considerable point spread against the formidable Cleveland Cavaliers. The Magic have showcased their ability to cover spreads in their last 4 games before the break, even triumphing as underdogs against Minnesota and the Knicks. The size advantage held by Orlando, with players like Jonathan Isaac and Franz Wagner, counters Cleveland's imposing stature. Orlando's robust defense, ranked 4th in the league, is poised to thwart Cleveland's scoring efforts, particularly in limiting the effectiveness of Mobley and Allen in the paint. Paolo Banchero, with his physicality and speed, presents a significant matchup challenge for the Cavaliers. Despite the Cleveland Cavaliers' status as one of the league's top teams in recent weeks, the betting line for this matchup appears to underestimate the Orlando Magic. Boasting an impressive record of covering in 8 of their last 10 games and a season-long mark of 36-19-0 against the spread, the Magic are arguably the NBA's most proficient covering team. With a remarkable 65.4% cover percentage, the Magic are well-positioned to defy the odds as underdogs. So the Orlando Magic to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Analyzing the stylistic matchup between these two teams reveals a showdown between 2 of the league's best defensive units. Both the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic rely heavily on their defensive prowess to secure victories. The intensity levels are expected to be high, particularly after the All-Star break, as both teams are known for their defensive acumen. Cleveland ranks 2nd in defensive efficiency, while Orlando is close behind at 4th. A significant factor contributing to their defensive success is the length of their respective lineups. With defensive stalwarts like Mobley and Allen, Cleveland boasts a formidable presence inside. On the other hand, Orlando has strategically employed lineups featuring 4 players at 6'10" or taller, effectively eliminating easy looks at the rim. In addition to their defensive focus, both teams exhibit a deliberate pace of play. Cleveland is positioned 22nd in terms of pace, while Orlando ranks even lower at 26th. The slow tempo is further reflected in their offensive possessions, with Cleveland having the 24th longest possessions and Orlando ranking at 28th. The projected total points to a game characterized by a scarcity of scoring opportunities, with both teams emphasizing defensive efficiency over offensive tempo. Cleveland's recent trend of going under in 4 of their last 5 games aligns with this narrative. Consequently, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Pistons versus Indiana Pacers. The Detroit Pistons find themselves in the midst of a challenging stretch, having endured a 3-game losing streak. In contrast, the Indiana Pacers are seeking a victory to boost their morale after splitting their last 10 games. The Pistons faced defeats against the Clippers, Lakers, and Suns during their recent struggles. Meanwhile, the Pacers secured wins against the Knicks and Raptors but suffered a setback against the Hornets. The Detroit Pistons are currently grappling with a significant downturn, having lost 6 of their last 8 games overall. Eager to break free from their 3-game losing skid, they are aiming for a rebound after a tough 116-100 road defeat to the Suns in their last pre-All-Star break game. Simone Fontecchio showcased his skills by leading the team with 18 points in just 21 minutes, accompanied by Ausar Thompson's 14 points and 13 points each from Cade Cunningham and Shake Milton. Despite their efforts, the Pistons struggled with a 38% shooting accuracy from the field and a 10 of 37 performance from beyond the arc. They faced a significant deficit early on, falling behind by as much as 35 points before staging a late surge in the fourth quarter to salvage some respectability in the final score. On the other hand, the Indiana Pacers have maintained a relatively stable performance, winning 4 of their last 6 games leading up to the break. They are keen to carry that momentum forward, securing a narrow 127-125 road victory against the struggling Raptors. Pascal Siakam led the team with 23 points and 7 assists, supported by Tyrese Halliburton's 21 points and 12 assists, along with 15 points each from Isaiah Jackson and Obi Toppin. The Pacers shot 48% from the field and 17 of 41 from three-point range, overcoming a challenging first half where they allowed the Raptors to score 71 points. They tightened their defense in the closing minutes, holding the Raptors to just 6 points in the final 4:15 to clinch the win on the road. Despite the Indiana Pacers being considered a massive favorite, their inconsistent defensive performance and a track record of failing to cover in 7 of their last 10 games raise concerns. The extended break might also impact their performance as players readjust. On the contrary, the Detroit Pistons, although not securing many victories, have shown increased competitiveness, covering in 6 of their last 9 games. With a significant point spread, the Pistons are perceived as underdogs but are favored to cover, making them the full game side pick. In terms of the total points, the over has been a prevalent trend in Indiana's home games, standing at 19-9, and is also 2-0 when the Pacers have 4+ days off between games. The home team boasts a high-scoring and fast-paced style, ranking first in points scored and second in adjusted pace. With additional rest to recover, the Pacers are expected to secure a decisive victory. Their proficiency in shooting, particularly ranking 4th in three-point percentage and 1st in mid-range field goal percentage, will likely be on full display against the Pistons, who struggle defensively, ranking 28th in adjusted defensive rating. Analyzing the playing styles of both teams, the Detroit Pistons, ranking 7th in the league for pace, previously capitalized on scoring 60 points at the rim in the last meeting with the Pacers. Indiana's defense, rated 26th in opponent effective field goal percentage and 30th in opponent mid-range field goal percentage, is expected to face a challenging task. Given these factors, the over has been a successful wager in both previous encounters between the Pacers and Pistons this season, and it has prevailed in 6 of the last 7 games dating back to April 2022. Expecting a high-scoring affair, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia 76ers versus New York Knicks. The New York Knicks find themselves in the midst of a challenging period, grappling with a 4-game losing streak. This recent slump has significantly impacted their standing in the league. Conversely, the Philadelphia 76ers are also navigating a tough stretch, having lost 5 out of their last 7 games. The Knicks' recent defeats include matchups against formidable opponents such as the Mavericks, Pacers, Rockets, and Magic. On the flip side, the 76ers managed victories against the Wizards and Cavs but suffered a setback against the Heat in their most recent game. In the recent performances of the New York Knicks, their struggles have been apparent, experiencing defeats in 5 of their last 6 games. The pre-All-Star break game saw them face a 118-100 loss in a road game against the Magic, where Jalen Brunson led the team with an impressive 33 points and 6 assists. Despite a promising start with a 12-point lead in the first quarter, the Knicks faltered, particularly in the second quarter, where they were dominated by a 38-19 score. Individual performances, such as Miles McBridge and Josh Hart, face challenges in scoring efficiency. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia 76ers have encountered a major slump, losing 9 of their last 12 games, and are aiming for a rebound after a 109-104 loss to the Heat. Tyrese Maxey played a standout role with 30 points and 7 assists, but the team's overall offensive struggle in the second half led to another close defeat at home. The All-Star break came at an opportune time for the Knicks, who entered it on a 4-game losing streak. Injuries played a pivotal role in their recent struggles, and they will be without key players like Julius Randle, Og Anunoby, and Mitchell Robinson in their upcoming game against Philadelphia. However, there is some positive news, with Jalen Brunson recovering from an ankle issue, and several players, including Bogdanovic, Hartenstein, and DiVincenzo, upgraded to probable. Despite winning the first meeting against Philadelphia convincingly, the Knicks are expected to face a more competitive game on Thursday. Their recent track record includes 6 consecutive failures to cover the spread, and they have a challenging 3-11 record in their last 14 visits to Philadelphia. On the other side, the Sixers are dealing with their own set of injuries, with key players like Kyle Lowry, Nicholas Batum, and Tobias Harris listed as questionable, and Joel Embiid, Robert Covington, and D'Anthony Melton out indefinitely. The absence of Joel Embiid has been a significant factor in the 76ers' recent struggles, losing 9 of their last 12 games. Additionally, they have not covered the spread in 6 straight home games. With only half a game separating the 2 teams in the standings, the upcoming game holds immense importance for both the Knicks and the 76ers. The Knicks dominated the 76ers in their previous meeting, winning by a considerable margin. However, the absence of key players such as Randle and Anunoby, along with the injury status of Hartenstein, DiVincenzo, and Bogdanovic, adds uncertainty to the Knicks' prospects. Both teams are grappling with injuries, but a slight edge is given to the 76ers, who have shown resilience even in the absence of key players. The matchup between Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Brunson is anticipated to be a highlight, with the 76ers likely to secure a close victory in front of their home fans. Therefore, the Philadelphia 76ers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Examining the statistical performance of the New York Knicks, they are averaging 114.5 points on 46.7% shooting, while allowing opponents to score 110 points on 47.3% shooting. Jalen Brunson stands out as a key contributor, averaging an impressive 28 points and 3.8 rebounds. Julius Randle, with an average of 24 points and 9.2 rebounds, is another significant force for the team. Og Anunoby adds to the scoring depth, and DiVincenzo contributes on the boards with 3.3 rebounds. The Knicks exhibit proficiency from beyond the arc, shooting at 36.8%, and are solid from the free throw line, boasting a percentage of 78.7%. However, their defense allows opponents to shoot 36.9% from deep, and they secure an average of 45.9 rebounds per game. On the Philadelphia 76ers front, their offensive output averages 118 points on 47.5% shooting, while their defense concedes 114 points on 47.3% shooting. Tyrese Maxey emerges as a standout performer, averaging 26 points and 6.4 assists. Buddy Hield contributes significantly with an average of 22 points and 4 rebounds. Tobias Harris is another double-digit scorer, and Kelly Oubre Jr. is active on the boards, grabbing an average of 4.5 rebounds. The 76ers showcase their shooting prowess with a 35.9% accuracy from beyond the arc and an impressive 82.8% from the free throw line. Defensively, they strive to limit opponents to 34.9% shooting from deep while securing an average of 43.2 rebounds per game. Considering the team's offensive strengths and defensive vulnerabilities, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.